Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai Bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is, those are the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. In today's video, we're going to discuss motivation of training, or efficiency within training. And the philosophy that we're going to discuss is going to be the concept of how more is not better, better is better. That's what we're really going to focus on today. I know I talk about that a lot in my videos, but it's going to be one where we're really going to focus on that one particular philosophy. Now, before I begin, I just want to say if you've not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Just click the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell. That way you guys can get updates with everything that I post. We do post 2 to 3 videos a week. As I said to start the video, I do teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai Bujutsu, so classical Japanese martial arts, but the school does have other focuses as well, and we do post lots of videos on reality-based self-defense, weapons trainings and tactics, edged weapons training, survival skills, martial arts thoughts and philosophy. So if any of that kind of stuff interests you at all, again, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and you guys can keep up with everything that we're doing, okay? Now, with today's lesson, we're going to basically talking about how you can maintain motivation and be efficient through your training. Too many people take the wrong road, and then they end up getting burnt out because they're doing the wrong things to be efficient in what it is that they're doing. So if you guys follow my channel enough, you guys know that I've beat the hell out of the first Dan masters, right? So the first Dan masters, which are the jack of all trades, master of none, they're the people that have like 2, 3, 4 first degree black belts, and they put themselves off as a master. They're probably running a school and whatever the hell, right? And they know all the vocabulary, they know all the terms, in hip-hop they call them a studio gangster type of thing, right? So it's just like, they're definitely not what they're portraying themselves to be. They're portraying themselves to be a master, but in all reality, 3 first-degree black belts does not equal a 3rd Dan. And in Japanese martial arts, first-degree black belt means shodan, or initial level student. And all that means is you can do all the basics at a basic level of efficiency, so you can now start working off of the scrolls. 5th degree black belt is now entering into the master level. So unless someone has at least a 5th degree black belt, they're not a master. So for all you guys out there that are like, watching this and, that's what I mean by the first Dan masters, right? The jack of all trades, master of none, but they really put themselves out there like they're that. And the reality of it is a 3rd degree black belt in one martial art is way more difficult to do than 3 first degree black belts, because to learn the basics of 3 different systems is extremely easy compared to learning the basics in this system and then leveling up for a Nidan and then leveling up again for a Sandan. It takes a lot more discipline, loyalty, dedication to do something like that than to, okay, I dabbled in this, okay, I dabbled in this, and okay, I dabbled in that. And those individuals, they have this mindset of more is better. And that's not true. Better is better. More is not better. More is more. Better is better. And we're going to we're using that individual, the jack of all trades, master of none, right? We're going to use that concept a little bit to kind of go through today's lesson. So when I ask someone, I ask you guys, what do you think the definition of efficiency is? I'm going to take a second. I want you to kind of process a bit. When someone says, I need you to be as efficient as possible, what does that mean to you? The majority of you guys are going to say being efficient means you get the most done with the least amount of effort. That's what most people would say. Well, if that's the case, if you're getting the most done with the least amount of effort, why would, we're going to make fun of Bob. Why would Bob go over here and be like, yep, I got a black belt in Aikido and Judo and American Kempo Karate and Krav Maga and, Taekwondo and da-da-da, and it's all first Dan, the first Dan master, right? You've learned the basic way of doing an inward block 5 times. Why? To be efficient, you want to do the most with the least amount. That's more efficient. You're studying this martial art. Well, if you learn the shodan, you get your black belt, now you have the basics down. Now you're 2nd degree. Now the basics are better. Now you're 3rd degree. Now you're 4th degree. Now you're 5th degree. Now you're into the master level of training. And as you go up the thing, you're now mastering something that you're training in. Over here, this individual has 3, 4, 5 different first degree black belts. They're nowhere near master level, and there's no way in hell you could say that that individual is efficient. It's not efficient at all, right? Now, I want to say before we get going with the rest of the little bit, I got my little notes up here on the computer. I was one of those people that did the same thing for years. When I was younger, and I was in my 20s and early 30s and so forth, and maybe not my 30s. Let's go back to my 20s. When I was in my 20s, definitely in the 20s, I felt the same way. I was like, no, I want to learn Kempo, and I want to do this, and I want to learn. Hell, I studied like 5, 6 different types of Kempo. Like, when I'm saying you don't need, this is not the ticket to success, I'm telling you, through experience, that is not correct. Okay, this art says an inward block like this, and this one says like this, and this one says like this, and this one says like that. Yeah, shit. It's like, god damn, you know, and when you're training in martial arts, the idea is to be the most efficient and pragmatic in an intense, violent situation. You ain't got the fucking chance to sit there to be like, oh, well, which block do I use? Or which footwork drill do I use? Which kata do I use? That's not efficient. Too much is too much. If you drink too much, you get drunk. You eat too much, you get fat. You lift too much, you burn your shit out and you get injured. There's just a reality of too much is too much. But if you eat correctly, you're in good health. If you eat too much, you're not in good health. If you drink a little bit, you know, 1 glass of wine is good. It's good for your heart. 12 bottles of wine every meal, you know, that's too much. You're fucking drunk. You know, you lift weights and you're on a weight training regimen for strength and strength training, that's good. Training 4 hours in a gym every fucking day, lifting weights, it's too much. You're going to get hurt. We could take this analogy in a lot of different ways. Let's look at it from a religious perspective or a spirituality perspective. If you have this one person that's done, say, Christianity for 20 years, or Wicca for 20 years, or paganism for 20 years, or whatever, you know, Sikh or Druidry or Judaism or whatever religion it is, they've done it for 20, 30, 40 years. That individual would be very efficient and at a very high level of understanding of that particular spiritual path. But let's say that you got Bob, and Bob's over here like, nah, Monday I'm going to go Christianity, and then Tuesday I'm going to do Satanism, and Wednesday I'm going to do Wicca, and Thursday I'm going to do Sikh, and Friday I'm going to do Druidry, and then Saturday we'll do Judaism, and then Sunday, well, that's a day for me, right? Do you really think that individual that's doing all that shit, jack of all trades, master of none, is going to be spiritually enlightened? I think the individual is going to be more confused than he is enlightened. But that same concept can be with everything. It's like the people, it's like, oh, I need to go on a diet. Well, then go on a damn diet, right? But this is what they do. They'll go, well, Monday, they start Monday out and they're like, well, today I'm going to do like the Atkins diet. You know, and then on Tuesday, they're like, ooh, I'm going to do the zone diet today. And then Wednesday, they're going to do, oh, I'm just going to have low carbs today. And then Friday or Thursday, they're going to do like, you know, all fruit and water day or whatever the fuck it is. Like, there's no way they're going to get their goals unless they stick to one thing. If they stick to the program, they'll get results. If you dabble in a bunch of shit, you're just a dabbler. You're not doing it. You're not focused on doing it. And if you're not going to focus on doing it and stick to it and dedicate yourself to it, then you can't expect to get the result that you want out of it. The reason success is so fucking difficult is because it's difficult. It's easy to sit on your ass. It's easy to say, that didn't work, I'm going to try something else. It's easy to say, I'm not going to go there today, I'm going to do this. Or I'm going to hang with my friends over here. It's easy to do that shit. But that shit is not going to get you where you want to be. If you want to be successful, then you need to make a plan. You carry out that plan. You stick to it. You stay dedicated to it. And through that process, you'll start leveling up and you'll see that success or mastery or whatever word you want to use, whether it's in the martial arts, whether it's business, whether it's life, you're going to see that as you stick to something. Now, some schools, and I'm going to put this way, teach more than one martial art under their umbrella. That's okay. I'm saying be more efficient with an instructor. What I'm talking about is when people go like, well, I'm going to learn this from this person and this from this person, this from this person, this from this person. That's not efficient. Going to one place to get the skill set and to level up through that skill set from one instructor is extremely efficient. Going to, you know, Sensei A, Sensei B, Sensei C, Sensei D, Sensei E, that is not efficient because they are not working together to fit your needs. Where if you go to one instructor that offers, like an example here at the Budo, we have 7 traditions. Here, the instructor is helping you go through these 7 traditions to create the art and the martial expression that you need to be the best martial artist that you can be. So in that sense, that is more efficient than the first dan master, jack of all trade, and et cetera, et cetera. But the reality of it is, when you get back to this mentality of these first dan master, jack of all trades, you know, they're never going to be where they want to be because they have a failure to commit to an individual, to a teacher. And I'll tell you right now, in my martial art journey, that was one of the things I didn't do either until the very end. I finally, when I started training with Kobayashi Sensei, and I was like, this is it. I'm going to put everything on and right here, and this is what I'm going to do. That's when my martial arts skills went up through the roof. That's when I mean, you know, you read the books about Bushido and samurai history and all this kind of stuff, and loyalty, dignity, respect, honor, and all this stuff, and you feel like you've got a sense of what that means to you. I mean, we all do. But then until you actually fucking do it, you really don't know. So I gave myself to the training. I just totally stayed dedicated to him. Like, I quit training with everybody I was training with, and I was like, this is it. And I gave myself to the training. I dedicated myself to his teachings, and that's why I am in the position that I am today, because I am not saying to do this out of like some sort of personal greed. I'm saying to do this because this is the way that I know works. And the reason they say loyalty and discipline and dedication is the way to go, because it is the way to go. Be efficient with your training is the way to go. And doing 5 different teachers, being a jack of all trade, a first on master, is absolutely not efficient, and it's not the way to go. And I feel sorry for the students out there who are training from people like that, because they're never going to be where they want to be either. Now, getting back on the motivation training, a lot of people tend to think that what you do to get from A to B is what you need to do to go from B to C. That's not true. Let's just say that you get on the treadmill every day and you're going to say, I'm going to run a mile every single day, and for 1 month. And then if you run a mile for 1 month every single day, and then at the end of the 30 days, you get on the scale and you're like, ah, shit, I lost 7 pounds. I'm throwing some shit out there. So you lose 7 pounds. You're like, okay, now that was A to B. For me to go from B to C, I need to run 2 miles every day. Really? Do you have to run 2 miles every day? Or can you take that 13-minute mile that you were running and break it down to 12 minutes? And then in that 1 minute that you were doing cardio, you do push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. And then you take that 12 minutes and you drain it out to 10 minutes. And then in that 10-minute, 1 mile run, then you do calisthenics for 3 minutes. So you're still training the same time, but you're being more efficient because you're getting more done in the least amount of time. And that is increasing the intensity of your workout, and that's what's going to get you results. The more you can do in the least amount of time. But too many people don't think that. Most people believe that what I do from A to B is what I need to do to get from B to C. That's not how it works. It's just not the way to get to where you want to be if you want to be an extremely efficient individual in the martial arts and hopefully one day attain the level of mastery. I feel like today there was a whole lot of things going on this last week that I watched on the internet in the martial arts community on various different social media platforms, and it just made me feel like I needed to address this idea that more is not better. Better is better. Efficiency is getting the most done and with the least amount, right? So you don't need to go and learn 5 different ways to throw a snap kick. You don't need to go 5 different ways to do an inward block. Find you a master that you feel is the best one for you. If you guys are interested in the Budo, great. Come train with me. If you're not interested in doing what I'm doing, it's fine. Go train with somebody else. But find you a master that can give you what you're looking for. Dedicate yourself to that and to become the best martial artist you can be. Branching off and doing all this shit is not going to make you be the efficient martial artist and the efficient person and the successful person that you want to be. So you cannot have success without discipline, and you cannot be efficient without doing more in the least amount. And all these things, they all intertwine within the teachings of the martial arts, and it's something you should be taking the philosophy of the martial arts and applying it to your training. So I'm not for sure how much you guys got out of all that, but anyway, that's today's lesson. More is not better. Better is better. Trying to be better, right? What is it? There's another one that's very similar. It's like don't train harder, train smarter. I guess you could kind of take the same concept and kind of apply that to it. But anyway, gonna let you guys go. It's been about 20 minutes and I didn't think this was gonna be that long. So again, if this is the first video that you guys have seen of me, I'm Christa Jacobson. I'm the head of the Budo. We do teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. So if you are interested in training in that particular method of martial arts, please check out my website at www.budoninjutsu.com. There you can see a list of our schools, the philosophies of what we teach and stand by. If you don't live next to one of our schools, you can always join the Budo online ninjutsu dojo and train with us that way. Also, don't forget to check out all of our books and videos. If you guys like the way that I am teaching and putting up my videos, check out our store as well. And again, subscribe to the channel. I do post 2 to 3 videos a week. So thank you guys again, and I'll talk to you soon. Blessed be.